Hi everybody, Eric here with another YouTube video. Today we'll be taking a look at the Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse Red Hood from Batman Gotham Knights video game. No box, so let's jump right into the review. So here we are back with a closer look at the figure, and I gotta say, this is a really nice looking figure. The only downside is it does leave a lot to be desired. Like I said, some of the things that I refer to this are the lack of any meaningful accessories, which I will show later. But real quick, why don't we take a look at his paintwork and his sculpt a little bit more. So before we talk about the paint, I want to talk about the sculpt. This thing is sculpted incredibly well. Like I said, ripped straight out the game. The helmet looks done incredibly well. Completely new design for the Red Hood. I do love the way the eyes contrast against the black sockets over here. And we got the white innards, or like the white actual eye, and like the black around there makes them pop really well. Those look a lot like Deadpool. We have this nice black like rim going along the edge of the helmet. I'm assuming this is a really hard piece, while everything else is a sort of like softer material, in game, because he has straps going from here, the top and the other side. He has some black armor back here to protect his head. Really nicely sculpted a hood, red hood. Might as well look at the back now. You guys can see here a couple of lines going through the back. More designs going down here, more straps, and none of it painted. Quite a bit of detail back here, like I said. Got some nice, I don't know if you can tell on camera, there is a little bit of, yeah, you can, a little bit of stitching detail going along the entire backside here with the hoodie. A lot of armor plates in the arms and stuff. You guys can see that here, up here. Same thing with the front. You have the red bat logo, more red straps, and more red under this hoodie. Red straps here with more sewing design, stitching. Way more stitching here in the front. No more armor in the arms until the gauntlets. You guys can see here, sculpted very nicely. You got some black paint and a little bit of red to accentuate the buckles here. I'm assuming they look like straps. Hands look pretty nice. Got some nice knuckle protection and even on the thumb. We got more sculpting down here in the legs. Some nice gray, flat gray with more sculpted bits like these armor pieces on the thighs. Whatever these are, I'm assuming these are knife or gun, like ammunition. Some really nicely sculpted detail, way more sculpt than I thought there would be, and we got flat black boots down here with nicely sculpted shoes. Like I'm telling you, I'm thinking to sculpt it straight out the game. It is very faithful to the trailers I've seen. I mean, this looks really proportionate, to that video game. Huge shoulders, big chest, really big legs. And it flows really well with the articulation. So here are back with the accessories, and let me show them off real quick. He does come with two alternate hands, those being one holding hand in the shape of a trigger hand, which is so small, nothing actually fits in here. They are sculpted pretty well, got a lot of little leather details, some knuckle pads right there and right here. You guys can see, I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but there's a change in plastic color here. That is because I was trying to put something in here in his hand. It is so stiff, it doesn't even, nothing can fit in here. And this plastic is so flimsy. It's so hard and so stiff, it doesn't want to move at all. So we have this one gun holding hand, along with a trigger hand. It looks like guns. I guess Mcfarlane can't do guns anymore. Looks pretty cool. We do get one of those, excuse me, one of these data cards, Red Hood Gotham Knights. You can see his name is Jason Todd. A little bit of read up right there. And artwork for the figure, it says Gotham Knights. And the stand. And these hands are actually pretty hard to change too. From what I've seen in the trailers, he does do a pose like this, putting the gun hand to his head or something. I'm not sure, but you guys can see here double gun hands, in place of real guns. Kind of like that Spider-Man meme. You guys can see that here. Pretty cool. That's what he looks like with the other hand. Like I said, a trigger hand, or even a holding things hand that cannot fit any prior existing DC weapon because the hand is so small. For example, I tried to put this knife in there, the Joker knife, which is gigantic, admittedly, but it works with the other Mcfarlane figures. It was just so small it wouldn't fit in there. So those are the accessories. I mean, the base. I don't know if I showed the base already. Let's get into the articulation. So here back with the figure, and apart from it being very lackluster in terms of accessories and paintwork left to be desired, the articulation is very smooth. We got a full 360 on the head, very very nice up. I did modify it a little bit, dremelled back, so it goes up quite a bit, goes down, side to side, full 360 on the head. Arms do a full 360. Arms go out and up about that high, full Y pose, T pose. We got that usual Mcfarlane ball joint in there. Can do that. We got the upper arm swivel, double elbow on both sides. Very nicely stiff joints. Hands do a full 360. Go down like this and up. We do have a nice torso joint. Backwards, forwards. Legs do go forward quite a bit. They go backwards quite a bit. You can do a split. Hindered a little bit by the rubber piece by his lower body. I did mod it to do a thigh swivel. You guys can see it. There are plenty of videos on how to do that. We got double knees, very very nice and tight joints. We got the full 360 at the foot. Foot goes up, down. We got the toe joint and the ankle pivot. So very nice articulation. Now I'll shoot some size comparisons. Here he is next to, I believe, one of my previous reviews, the Arkham Knight, and it's pretty cool seeing these two characters from the same, it's the same character, different era. Arkham games, WB Montreal games. Very very nice, similar height. Not very similar builds. You guys can see here. Like I said, it's based off that 3D model. So he does have ginormous shoulders and very thick legs. Well, I was gonna say the sculpt looks really really clean with the articulation. Doesn't break it up at all, so it's pretty cool. Like I said, same character, and like I was saying with the hands, I wish they had made the hands somehow like this instead of very very tiny and stylized. But that was this size comparison. Let's do one more. See, here we are back. This time with the Mortal Kombat 11 Joker. These two are a pair. That you just have to have together. These characters have a lot of history together. It says the Joker, and I really do like these two double. Sorry guys, he's leaning. I do have him on the base because his feet suck. I forgot to mention that. Apart from that, these do look really clean together. Both video game designs, and I love it. So my final thoughts for this figure. Not a bad release from Mcfarlane. I don't think I would not recommend this figure. Just the lack of accessories really really kills it. If you're into the Red Hood, if you're into the Batman games, the Arkham games, I definitely would recommend this a lot. The only thing I would say holding it back is the lack of accessories, and you can't use any accessories with his tiny open hand here. It's so stiff. You can find these pretty common now. I got this like in March or April before it was kind of everywhere. Other than that, I would definitely say pick it up. This is a review, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you again for 300 subscribers. That was it, guys. Take it easy. Peace.